Can you talk about the results, like the numbers? Let's get down to the math, because ultimately everyone who's watching this, they're more than likely a dentist and they want to hear the brass tacks of things, right? What was the money that was put in for the implant marketing program? And you've been on the program, I think, for implants 2 months, 2 months now. Yeah, just about two
I
months,
think
right?
less than 2 months. Yeah,
Yeah,
almost
a little less than
a
two
little bit less.
months. What's the revenue that you've gotten back from that investment into the ads?
The first time I tracked the ROI, I can always see the ROI on the platform, but initially after the first month, I had spent $3,750 and I made $93,000. Now, up till now, I'm making what one, um, I'm sorry, it's $195,000 is my ROI right now.
Hey everyone, this is Keanu Oliva, the CMO and co-founder of Value Driven Ads. Today we're on the Client Success Interview Show. We have a very special client with us, Dr. Tarek Badawy from Sterling, Virginia. Right now, he's actually on a vacation out at a resort with his daughter. So how are you doing, Dr. Badawy?
I'm doing well, Keanu. How are you?
It's a nice summer spring day here in Alaska, so I'm pretty happy. Finally getting out of the dark months. So can you tell us a little bit about your practice and where you're at in your career? A lot of doctors who watch these videos, they're always trying to relate to the doctor who's on the show. So where are you at in your career? Tell us a bit about the practice, your implant experience, things like that.
So I'm a foreign trained dentist. I graduated in 2004 in my country. I started working in the US after doing all the board exams and the education in the United States. I graduated from the University of Maryland. I started working in 2014 for a DSO. I spent 5 years and a half with that DSO. Then I opened my practice 2 years ago. I practice in Sterling, Virginia, close to Dulles Airport area in Northern Virginia. And right now in June, the practice will be 2 years old.
2 years old, two year old anniversary, big milestone,
Yes, yes.
phenomenal. And it's
I
it's
started my
especially,
implant.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I started my implant education in 2006. I saw Dr. Tarno in Cairo. He was giving a lecture, and I caught the bug then. I think dental implants are the best prosthetic solution for any patient that lost a tooth or multiple teeth. Uh, it is literally replacing your tooth with a root form implant or fixture that you can screw or cement a crown on top of, and you can use it as a tooth. So I like dental implants. I'm passionate about dental implants. So I learned it. And in school, I placed multiple implants. And then
Yep.
afterwards, in my practical life, hundreds. And now, thanks to you, I'm placing much more than I ever placed, honestly. So it's been good.
That's phenomenal to hear. So you're at your 2 year anniversary. I mean, it's a big deal, especially considering there were some practices that had to shut down during the pandemic, right? From a keyword perspective, I'm not going to say the C word too much because we're going to put this on YouTube. But everyone knows what happened, right? There was a nationwide pandemic, and can you share with your audience, what you experienced during that, right? New business owner, you just went through the DSO business model. You had a lot of reps from that, I'm sure. And here you are, starry-eyed, ready to go. And you're that young entrepreneur ready to dive in. And then all of a sudden, the pandemic. So can you share with the audience how you fared through that?
So before the pandemic, it was a new practice. I was basically trying to get by,
Yep.
trial and error.
Yep.
My area is pretty competitive, so not too many new patients coming in. I went to several courses. I've done a lot of marketing,
Can you
and
share with
I
us
was.
some of the things that didn't work? I mean, I know that you had mentioned previously in some conversations with me that you tried a lot of different things and a lot of things failed. It was really, really painful. Could you touch on that potentially?
It's true. So what what usually happens is there are a lot of promises. I see and hear a lot of promises for marketing companies. It started with the company that designed my website. It's SEO and a Google AdWords package. I got 3 new patients a month from that. I tried another SEO company, another AdWords. Then I did some postcards for multiple months in a row. I did a standalone magazine, which was basically the most expensive investment I did in marketing, $30,000. And the return on investment was basically 1.5. And that's all thanks to a big case, a $20,000 case. So without that case, I don't know what my return on investment would have been. But I've done it all. I've done postcards, I've done standalone magazine, 16-page magazine. I've done SEO with 3 companies. I'm in my 4th right now. I've done AdWords, I've done Facebook campaigns. Actually, since you're talking about the pandemic, basically January, February, I was breaking even, almost breaking even. I was always worried about, am I gonna make payroll this month?
Yeah.
Am I gonna make my bills this month? The practice loan. Like if you give me a couple more days, the money will come in, then I can pay the practice loan. Things like that. I was on the edge.
Yeah.
When the lockdown happened, it was non-elective work. I could only do emergency care. And I was still going for my patients for emergency care. I was being responsible. The governor's orders were to only work for emergency so that we can preserve the PPE for hospitals and other healthcare facilities that needed it. Mm-hmm. Then I did a Facebook campaign for emergencies by them, trying to help people. And basically, a lot of the market companies, what they do, they give you a lot of promises, a lot of great numbers. But in reality, it doesn't materialize. It's just the fact. It doesn't materialize in reality. And you just move on. So I kept doing trial and error multiple times. Yep. Until my office manager and the owner of the practice that I bought, the ex-owner of the practice that I'm in, yeah, he told me about you guys. So I went to the link.
That's how you found out about us. So it was the ex-owner and then also one of your office managers. Wow.
My office manager almost at the same time. It felt like fate. So like my office manager saw you on Facebook. My the ex-owner knows another doctor in an area close by that worked with you. Okay. So I gave you a call. I started with the emergency campaign. I started seeing a number of patients that I've never seen before. I usually would get 3, 5, 6 new patients. I'm starting to see every day I have in my inbox, lead. This is a lead. Call this lead. And also for the first time, I'm seeing a company sending me leads with a platform, with their own platform that has the auto texting, the auto calls, the support, qualifying the leads. So that was something new to me. That helped my admin team follow up and nurture the leads, like we say. Yep. And I started seeing numbers from there. Yep. And then I knew you guys had an implant program. That was my goal as well. So then I went into the implant campaign, and then I started seeing the numbers get bigger and bigger.
Get bigger and bigger, right? So let's talk about that, right? So you start with the emergency program. It was generating ROI. It was boosting up the revenue, but it wasn't that huge skyrocketed growth, right? And I'm very transparent with clients. Some of our clients, depending on their geography, the emergency program will just absolutely kill it for them. We have clients getting, a 15, 30 to 1 ROI on the emergency program. It really just depends. The biggest question mark is the demographic. Unfortunately, as a marketing company, we can't control the geography or the demographic in an area. I wish we could. But you were generating a high ROI. You'd built that relationship with us. You could tell that we were legitimate based off of a lot of the things we had shown you. And then you took the leap into implant marketing. Can you talk about the results, like the numbers? Let's get down to the math, because ultimately everyone who's watching this, they're more than likely a dentist and they want to hear the brass tacks of things, right? What was the money that was put in for the implant marketing program? And you've been on the program, I think, for implants 2 months now? Yeah, just about 2 months,
I think
right?
less than 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
a little less than
A
two
little bit less.
months. And I know that our budget was $2,000 a month of ad spend. Recently, you upgraded to our mid-tier program. We can talk a little bit about
Yes.
that, but let's
Yeah.
focus on the results we've gotten so far. So on the implant program that he's on, guys, for those of you who are watching, he was investing about $2,000 a month into the Facebook ad spend. And we pre-qualify all of the implant leads. So we know whether or not they have a job or source of income, what their credit score is, whether or not they have a co-signer. They tell us literally pretty much all of their dental issues before even turning into a lead. What does that look like? So total investment at this point, probably about $4,000 or $5,000 because you upgrade to mid-tier, but $4,000 to $5,000 of ad spend invested. What's the revenue that you've gotten back from that investment into the ads?
The first time I tracked the ROI, I can always see the ROI on the platform, but initially after the first month, I had spent $3,750 and I made $93,000. Now, up till now, I'm making what one, I'm sorry, it's $195,000 is my ROI right now from the 2 months, from the almost 7,000 for the 2 months.
Yeah,
that's what I'm making right now.
that's
Or that's my
phenomenal.
ROI so far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just getting started. We haven't even produced the authoritative video content that you're starting to make. So you're starting to make that video
Yes.
content that positions you as an implant authority. And once we launch those, I mean, the ROI is going to skyrocket. Have you ever seen a return on investment that big from another marketing company or a marketing source? I mean, is it pretty much unheard of in our industry?
I have to agree. It is unheard of. It's unheard of that you would get so many leads pre-qualified for you, and then they're actually quality leads. They come in, they commit to work, they finance it, they pay for it. Uh, Whatever the case may be, I also offer in-house financing. So the first call we had, I remember the $93,000 vividly because it was 3,750 spent, made 93,000. Right now, I made 195. What is it called? Sorry, yeah, 195,000, and I've spent what, 2 months? I'm in the middle
Yeah.
of upgrading to the next year.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are unheard of numbers, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, it's over a 25-to-1 ROI, right?
Yeah.
And how has that changed your life in the business? How has that changed your personal life? I mean, do you sleep easier at night knowing that like you have a team backing you up? And can we actually, you know what? Let's talk about that. What has your experience been in regards to the customer service and working with Sarah, who's your account manager, right? You
Yes.
guys have a biweekly call. What has that been like?
We have a bi-weekly call. That's a great call, and we go over numbers, we go over strategy, but we also text and email frequently. So you guys are very responsive. The leads are nurtured when I'm not even there. So the auto text, I like that feature. I like the being able to text patients back and forth, email them on Facebook. They contact us on Facebook. They can book themselves directly on the schedule, which is great because that shows you they're committed. They want to come in, and
Yeah.
they actually do come in. So the the process has been, patients are high quality leads and they are responsive, um, and you guys are responsive as well.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, you're a great client to work with. And one of the things I really liked about working with you since day one is we'd show you the roadmap and you would just follow it to a T. And I do have to give credit where credit is due. Your office manager does a good job at nurturing the implant leads as well. I showed you guys that dashboard and the implant marketing support course. And whenever I show that to some new clients, they're like, man, this is going to take some work. And that's always sometimes a bit of a surprise to them, like, oh, we have to nurture the leads. But you guys are collaborating really well with us, and you definitely deserve the results that you've gotten so far. So I'm super happy for you. Now we're coming to the close of this video. What would you tell any of the potential clients who are watching this? Maybe they've been burned in the past by a lot of other marketing companies. They are kind of just out on their own and they're wondering, man, my practice, we're only at 45K a month right now, or 50K a month. We get a lot of clients reaching out to us at those numbers, and they're scared. They don't know how to grow. They can barely cover their overhead. What would you tell the clients who are watching this video?
I would say that I was there. I was one of those clients. I was promised a lot. I was given a lot of promises. I was given a lot of dreams, but you guys deliver. You guys really, truly deliver. You give me the leads, um, and I close them. That's basically it. You actually do have something that works. I don't know what it is, but it does work. So you're doing something right. That's what I can say.
Awesome.
And you
Awesome.
produce results.
And for those of you who are watching, if you're wondering what the risk would be in getting started with us, full disclosure, we offer a 30-day free trial to all new clients. So there's no crazy long contract that you have to commit to right away. We're very honest. We're forthright people. We put our best foot forward. And that 30-day free trial is a period of time for you to feel us out and really test drive our implant marketing system and see whether or not it's going to be right fit for you. So if you found this video to be helpful, go ahead and click the link down below the video and schedule a call with us for a 15-minute strategy session. We can have a conversation, see whether or not you're right fit, and you might be able to claim a 30-day free trial with us if your area is open. That is one thing we're pretty adamant about. Dr. Badawy, like he said, there's a lot of competition in his area. And now that he's in our mid-tier program, we've actually expanded it. So he's about 350 to 500,000 people exclusive to his practice that we're going to keep locked in for him. So thank you so much for hopping on the call today, Dr. Badawy. I really appreciate it. I think this is going to help a lot of people decide who they should do business with. And hopefully it's going to be us based off of the answers.
Absolutely. Thank you, Keanu, for the call. And thank you for everything you do for all of us.
Awesome. All right. See you, bud. Bye.